Hey everyone, my name is Gunther de Stouder and I'm a Senior Director of Product Management at UiPath for API Automation. Today, I am super excited to introduce to you API workflows. API workflows are the backbone of your agentic automation. They power your enterprise with system-to-system integration in an agentic world. For developers, it's a whole new way to build and to test API integrations. For platform administrators, it's a way to have no management of the runtime, have a zero-touch approach, and scale as you need. And for architects, it's a way to bundle your API automation into composite services available to your agentic offering. This unlocks powerful new use cases like data consistency, where you can keep data consistent between applications, where you can implement multi-step processes that include transformation, conditional logic, and any kind of complexity as you need it. In addition, it offers a way to build composite services that can be used anywhere across UiPath and far beyond. This really allows you to unlock sophisticated orchestration on the agentic platform that UiPath offers.
Let's take another look at our loan origination process in Maestro. At the end of this process, we are registering the loan opportunity in the CRM system. As our CRM system, we have Salesforce that is already set up with the JD Business account. Within our API workflow, we are not just needing one single API call. We have a multi-step process that really requires API unchaining with cleaning input data, searching for the account, creating the opportunity, adding notes to the opportunity, and eventually generating the response back. In this API workflow, I have the purpose-fit tools available to integrate properly with APIs. I have access to the full connector catalog that UiPath offers, including any custom connectors, so I can securely manage my credentials. I can also build raw HTTP requests using our HTTP activity, which allows me to do more complex logic or access any APIs that I do not have available on the connector or any other API. I also have scripting available, so I can use JavaScript for data transformation and validation. And I have any of the controls available, like if, for each, looping, try catch, so I can make this workflow as complex or as easy as I need it to be. Finally, I can generate a dedicated response back to the consumer, really designing a new API response that they can take in to make any decisions following the execution of the API workflow. Now, before we dive in, let's just run this. It amazes me every time how fast this is running. You see that within seconds, I can see our mock input that would come from Maestro with two comments in here that we will port into notes on the opportunity. And I can see the response being generated with basic account and opportunity information. So the API workflow can truly define specifically what will be returned. Let's go look into our opportunity. If everything went well, I should see an opportunity for our John Doe, which is right here. That has all the details available as it was defined in the mapping and the input, and two notes that you can see attached with additional information. Now let's dive in. Speed truly is everything when it comes to API workflows. In addition, everything is designed for feasibility and control. You'll see the full payloads. I can drill into each of the individual steps, including the different interactions with third-party applications, where I can see the full content and headers of what is exchanged with the application APIs. I can also see every path that is taken on the left side. And with the client-side debugging, I have a really fast feedback loop with full visibility and control to interact, add new steps, execute, and keep building as I go. Now let's walk through the individual steps. First, I'm cleaning my input data. What you'll see here is the ability to use JavaScript. Within here, I'm breaking down the applicant name, and I'm checking if the email structure is valid. I didn't write this logic. I actually used Autopilot for developers to make this easier and to quickly generate these validations. Next, I'm chaining API calls together. I have a search for account in Salesforce using SOQL queries. I have a get account on Salesforce to get the full details. I create the opportunity where I have additional logic, again, with JavaScript, to construct the opportunity name, as well as setting the close date to 30 days from now. The other fields, I'm just mapping to make sure that the right details are presented in my opportunity. Then I'm going to loop over each comment from the input and add them as a note to the opportunity using our HTTP request activity. If everything goes according to plan, I'm generating a successful response back where I can truly build the response that I need to send on to the next activity. Lastly, if anything goes wrong, I have a 404 not found, if the account cannot be found, or I'm sending a bad request back in case the data is invalid. So let's run this again. This time, let's generate an error and let's make the email invalid. Again here, I'm testing this out, and as you can see, this is milliseconds. Within milliseconds, we're sending a response back that the data was invalid. Maestro can now take this to send a specific or to take an intelligent next step. For example, to say, let's give this to a human to go validate this error, fix the issue, and reprocess. That is the power of API workflows. It is fast, it's designed for speed, precision, scale. It's built purposefully for system-to-system integration. And once it's published, I can now use this to trigger it from an agent, using an RPA workflow, and in our case, I can orchestrate it from Maestro as one of the steps on the canvas. Pretty soon, you'll also be able to expose this as a brand new API endpoint on the UiPath platform. It's one workflow, multiple consumers, thousands of executions, and the best part is that you'll be able to try this out pretty soon when our public preview opens. Now, don't just take my words for it. Let's see how fast you can actually build this with Autopilot for developers.
API workflows are public preview in June. Stay tuned.